Thank you so much, David. I just want to go over a couple quick things. One, everyone always asks me, this is so great, but how do I get involved? Obviously, your city can be a Code for America city. Believe it or not, we're going to be recruiting for 2014, starting this January. That seems insane to me. And so you'll see that come out, look for it. I'm not talking just to the city people in the audience, I'm talking to you as citizens. If you want your city to Code for America, it happens because you go and talk to people and say this is an important thing to do. But I rush to assure you, it is not just about the fellowship program. If you want a brigade in your city, you do that, yes? Hello, thank you to all the 16 brigade, or 20 brigade members we have. Yay. You want a team like that? Go make it happen. This happens because of people deciding that they want to do something. This is very emergent, so go brigades. And then of course, how do you get involved if you're in city government? Join the peer network. I've given it a little short shrift. I think I forgot to say the URL, network.codeforamerica.org. We want to be engaged with you year-round. We want to have so much joy year-round. We want to have so much connections. We want to have people like Teresa Reno Weber talk to you guys all about how she's done Louistat and how amazingly she's been able to get all these people on board. We want you to bring your peers. We hope that we will get her on board to do a webinar, and we want you to bring your peers in city government to hear that, and so many other topics. Go there. Right now we're just taking interest. Just tell us that you're interested, and we'll get back to you when we have the whole thing settled out. So those are 3 ways you can get involved. There's several thousand others. This is, again, it's so emergent. It's not like a week can I predict them. But the point is to stay in touch. The point is that this is not something that happens once a year. At this point, I have a lot of people to thank, and it's going to be hard because there's really so much to say and not that much time. I appreciate you thanking me. I appreciate all of you in the audience thanking me. Gives me a lot of joy, but I feel often that it's misplaced. Code for America works because of all the people who come together, and you haven't heard much about the fact that we have the best staff, I think, in the world. Our staff is awesome. Our staff has also, I think, not been sleeping for the past couple of weeks. Just a fantastic group of people. Please say thank you to them when you're leaving, all the people at the staff buttons. If you say it to me, I'm just going to go, yeah, whatever. Go talk to one of them. But I do appreciate it. There's 3 people I work most closely with on our staff, and I want to give them a little call out. Megan Riley, stand up, girl. The yin to my yang. We've been working together for years, way before Code for America. You know what I'm talking about. So you've been hearing all about the Code for America Fellowship, but you haven't heard about the Code for America Fellowship Director, Bob Softman, who really makes this whole thing happen. Imagine trying to, coaching and supporting 16 fellows and 8 cities. All of this is an amazing, huge task, and he does it with such grace and such wisdom. Thank you so much, Bob. The third person is somebody you may have heard of. He's been around a lot, and for any of you who spoke, you probably talked to him. But we say that Abhi Nemani has a carbon copy of my brain in his. But the truth is that actually, I'm carbon copying his brain a lot. When Code for America came to be, he sort of came with it. It's hard to explain. He just sort of appeared, and I'm really not kidding. He just sort of showed up, and he started doing stuff, and he is sort of part of the fabric of Code for America in this very deep way, and very much part of the fabric of my life. And I wanted him to come out on stage so you guys could all meet him. Abhi, out. Come here. So, Abhi, in addition to being our strategy director and working on all of our programs and keeping me sane to the extent that I am, is also the conference chair for this. So he put together, he with Jack put together this program. And as you can see, it's not just, okay, let's get all of our fellows up on stage. It's really telling the story of a movement. And I think he did a fabulous job. And Abhi, please say a couple words.
Well, first, it's such an honor to work for Jen. You guys get to see her on stage and hear from her, which is itself a privilege. But she has this way of like saying, "This is a crazy idea, I know, but we're going to get it done," and it actually happens, as many of you have seen. So, thank you.
It's done because of you.
What I wanted to say is a couple of thanks, but I'm going to tie each thanks to a call to action. So don't worry, it's not just like one of these rambling things. First, I want to say thank you to Caspian. They're the production company who put on this whole show. Heather, Shannon. You guys are awesome. And you might have seen me walking around with like a ping pong paddle and just hanging out all week because they ran such a great show that it wasn't a problem. So thank you guys. But about that, we have a survey that you're going to get in a couple minutes that we want your feedback on how this thing went. You know, this summit's very different than last year's, and we want to know what worked, what didn't, so next year's can be even better. So please take a few moments. I know no one loves doing those email surveys, but do it for us. We'll appreciate it. The second group I want to thank is ETS. ETS are the guys manning the cameras back there and setting this whole thing up. We had to build this stage. This thing we put up ourselves, and that's because of ETS. And the thing I'll say is a testament to their professionalism. Videos from this summit are going to be up by the end of this week. And that's going to be a resource for you guys, and this is my call to action here. I'm stunned by the quality of the talks, of the quality of the conversation we had this week, and I hope you all enjoyed it. But here's the thing. It's great that the 200 to 300 of us heard them, but take them to another 200 or 300 people, right? Take them to your communities, take that video, show them, and get other people inspired in the same way that, I don't know about you, but I am from what we had this week. I know you guys are good at spreading the word. I think it was something like 5,000 tweets already in just the last day. But take those videos, take them home, and show what's possible. The next person I have to thank, Jen gave me way too much credit for this conference. Jack Maddens. Can I just get a round of applause for Jack Maddens? What's great is I didn't actually have to describe him because you've all talked to him already. Honestly, Jack wasn't just handling all the logistics and all that stuff. Jack has this way about him where like, there's this problem about this track, but I don't know what's going to make sense. He gets on the phone, talks to one of you guys, and comes back with this great story. He's got a great mind for storytelling, and you could see it on stage this week. So thank you, Jack, for everything you did. And the final group I want to thank is all of you. This year when we launched this summit, we thought, let's really give it a run for the money. Last year was a bit smaller, as everyone here could tell. It was about 100 to 130 people, primarily our city partners. And we thought this year, let's expand the network. Let's see how much bigger we can get it and see who else we could attract to this crazy idea that we all have. And you guys stepped up. You guys showed up. You guys are here. And I think with something like 40-plus cities in attendance, 50 governments total, 285 people registered, that's amazing. And I want to thank you guys for taking the time these past few days to share your vision and share your passion. And I guess the last thing I'd say is something that Jen mentioned at the very beginning. She mentioned that this is our annual conference now. We've done it for 2 years, so we can say that. But keep that in mind. What does that mean? That means we're going to do this again next year. And this agenda, it's written, it's printed, it's put online, but it's really created by you guys. It's created by the work that you do in your communities, right? The stories you heard were from practitioners, people at the front lines making things happen, and that's each of you. So I guess my call to action then on this front is thinking, after this summit, after today, when you go back to your cities and you can see the map outside, there's a great diversity of people from all across the country, all around the world. Take what you heard here and make it happen. Make something happen. Make an impact on the cities that you're in. And then come back next year and we can talk about it. And in closing, I was looking at we had this survey for people to submit when they registered. You guys probably have forgotten it by now. But we asked a question like, what's the biggest challenge you face in trying to make change in your community? I think Lauren Reed from my team said it was me. But it's funny. I thought it was going to be like procurement or policies or culture. It was funny. It was time and resources, right? Those are solvable problems. That's stuff we can do. And there's that quote that I was remembering. There was an old African proverb that says, like, if you want to go fast, go alone. And if you want to go far, go together. And that's who we are, guys, this network, this group of people. And we've got to go far, and we've got to do it together. So thank you guys for spending some time with us, and I hope you get fun.
Well put. Thank you, Abhi. Awesome. Oh, so great. Almost done, almost done. I just have to give another shout out to the 2012 city partners, Forrest and Gordon, friends for life, love it. Thank you. Carla Henderson in Detroit, Allen Square, Mateo, John Tolva, Peter Coate, Jeff and Story, folks in Macon. You guys made this year. Thank you so much. I love it. Two more. I don't think he's in the room, so this is going to kind of suck. But Tim O'Reilly has gotten a lot of credit for helping start Code for America, for sort of being the person who kicked off this movement with his ideas. I just felt it appropriate to let everyone understand that he is also day-to-day still part of Code for America because he helps me think through things on a daily basis. He supports us. He goes to donors and asks them for money for us. He really, his role with Code for America is so much bigger than people realize, and it's not just inspiration, though certainly it is inspiration. And with someone please tell him when we get out that I said thank you. I'm back there chatting with Todd Park, but it means a lot to me that he continues to be so part of this and champion our vision so much. We have to end this conference thanking the people who have decided to give a year of their lives, moving across the country, working for a very small stipend when they could be doing pretty much anything else. Because they believed that they could make their country better. That's the 2012 Code for America Fellows. You've done an awesome job. You did me proud. Thank you for spending the year with us.